Welcome to a quick description of Carol Woods' Fire Starter Model. Carol Woods is a continuing care retirement community in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. For more than 30 years, we've been dedicated to advancing best practices in aging services, not just for our own residents, but for all older adults in the broader community. A few years ago, we helped create a community-wide initiative to improve care transitions for older adults. One of our partners paid us a great compliment. She said, "I see you working hard to create a fire in the community and then doing all you can to keep that fire going." From that, the term Fire Starter was born. We created this model to support and encourage our colleagues in aging services to lead efforts in their own communities, to be innovative, to think big, and beyond your walls. We started a fire, and you can too. So here's how to start. First, you need to create the space, a gathering place where community members from all walks can come together to explore what is important to them. We believe you need to start where the people are. For our care transitions work, we spent over a year listening and asking questions to help others and ourselves frame the issues and identify the priorities. Together, we established common ground and aligned a vision of what we wanted to achieve. As an aging service provider, you are in a great position to help create the space. Many of us literally have space to bring stakeholders together. You can make all the difference by providing your meeting space, parking, and refreshments. Next, it's time to gather the kindling. Identify your key strategic partners to share ideas and resources. Make sure they align with the goals and vision. Do your homework. Gather information about evidence-based models and practices that are going on in your area and nationally. Collect the data from your own community. That may involve reaching out to new partners that capture important data, or even identifying areas where no data exists but is needed. Explore potential funding. There may be others who are excited about the potential work and are willing to assist. Perhaps your own organization can provide financial assistance as part of your social accountability program. For our work, we partnered with a wonderful local foundation to help advance the initiatives. Now that you've created the space and gathered key information and partners, it's time for you to be a catalyst for change. We set up community dialogues where stakeholders come together to map the current reality and build a common vision of the issues and how they can be addressed. Use this time to set priorities and action steps and identify responsible parties or team members. Remember to always include consumers, the individuals that the initiatives are meant to support. It's critical that you plan with and not for older adults and those who might support them. Now you've built a fire in your community and created synergy needed for transformational change. This momentum can take the form of a new coalition, a new program, a new series of services and supports, but it won't stay lit on its own. You need to tend the fire. Someone or some group has to constantly keep it going. It's critical that you continue connecting with your partners and communicate often about progress and any changes, or the fire can go out. Be sure to tell the story, to identify and invite new partners along the way. This is the time to evaluate and assess new initiatives and course correct if needed. The focus should be on sustainability, making lasting change in your community. If you fail to communicate the progress of initiatives and connect, the fire will go out. Don't be surprised if there are those who want to stifle your fire. Persistence, patience, and passion are key. Be sure to take time to enjoy the synergy you've created. Bring partners together to recognize growth of the initiatives, as well as growth of the organization and individuals involved. Some of the most meaningful changes here happen when participants recognized new personal or professional direction and engagement. Continue to measure outcomes and share them with others, and this includes both short and long-term outcomes. Recognize that developing mechanisms for bringing people together and implementing change is a strong process outcome to share. There will often be people that ask, what has been the impact on improving individuals' lives right now? So be prepared to answer that question, even if it's only anecdotally in the beginning. You want to build in small success early to keep the momentum going, and then continue to celebrate success and acknowledge achievements, both big and small. So that's our fire starter model. Create the space, gather kindling, provide the spark, tend the fire, and enjoy the treats and rewards. It worked for us, and we think it can work for you. We want to thank our many community partners over the years, and a special thank you to our colleagues at the University of North Carolina Center for Aging Research and Educational Services for helping in creating this model and this presentation, and to the Duke Endowment for all their support in our fire starter endeavors. And thank you for listening to our fire starter presentation. We leave you with one question: how are you going to be a fire starter in your community?